Welcome to the Cafe Nightly Show. Welcome. I am the Goldsmith. It is the 23rd of May, 2024. And my gosh, we got more. More this week. We have the piles and piles and piles of things coming our way as we head towards Genesis League 2024. And we are starting late. Because we being Cheese and myself just got done with the UpX podcast. It was fun. There was a lot there. There was a little bit of excitement about Genesis week. Always things rolling, always things to discuss and look forward to, but a decent enough day as it was in the game of Upland. Car bundle sale announced today. We'll get into those details. This is another direct sale to showroom owners. We do have a potion burning event. It did open. It did start today officially. We know there were some things going on with when's the leaderboard going to launch. Leaderboard's officially launched. People can keep their eyes out. Leaderboard being updated on an hourly basis, so keep your eyes on that. Guntech 2.5. So Upland kind of touting Guntech 2.5 coming into the game. Obviously, this is the Matilda tie-in. This is the Matilda gaming development layer 2 that was being built over time. And again, this is a partnership with Upland technically. So I would look at that as a little more than just other layer 2 dev shops, as that'll be coming in the game. SLOUGH. So SLOUGH was released today. We'll get into some of the specifics there. But, we had the the train terminal open up. We had Upland put in some send properties or some landing properties that you can send your car to if you want to drive from the UK. And then, of course, poof, sometime today, we'll be put partly through today. Poof, the city opened up in minting. I got a few properties. Don't know what you got. There are more properties that are available to mint if you're FSA. The pickings are relatively slim if you're not an FSA player. But it is still there. There's still a few properties there. And you can't forget them, the Prime bundles. A lot to look back on the Prime bundles. As of right now, as of 8:45 p.m. PT, we do know that there's still a significant number of those bundles available. I'm going to couch this. I'm going to couch the reveal. I'm going to couch the excitement on the bundles because I'm 89% sure. I'm 89% sure about my excitement, but I'm still going to put it out there. But I got to put the disclaimer up front because I feel like that has to get separated a little bit from the intro. All views and opinions expressed by myself that are mine and mine alone. Should I take it as game strategy or financial advice that represent the game of the team of Upland? Any contributors, any guests that we do have on, they're welcome to their own views, their own opinions. They don't represent myself, the Goldsmith the Cafe Nightly Show, or the game of the team of Upland. Get a disclaimer out of the way, and then I'll drop one more piece of the intro that should have been there because it's so important. Looking forward to tomorrow night. I think we nailed it down. I think we're going to make it happen. The one and only Elijah Judah nominated for Upland Player of the Year to talk about the projects he's been working on this year that have put him in that position of that nomination, why he's earned the title Player of the Year, along with a couple other people who are nominated. They have earned the right to be Player of the Year as well. We're just waiting for that final verdict, which of those well-deserving individuals ends up getting Player of the Year this year. But also just going into what he's doing in Upland, because we haven't had an Elijah Judah interview in a while. Had one, two, but we haven't had one for a while. So looking forward to having another one here. Get it out on it'll be on Twitter. Hopefully Upland will share this one so everyone can be there. As many people as possible can make it and be reminded, even though it's a Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world, I'd love to see you there. So hopefully you can make that 7:30 p.m. PT is when we run the show. It is a Friday or a Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world. So it might be a little different time, but it's going to be one worth being there for live. You can get questions in if you have them. It is going to be a great guest. So we would love to see that. And I'm very appreciative. Thank you so much, Elijah Judah, for making it in tomorrow. We'll have a lot of fun. So let's get into the day that we have today. Woo, Elijah is right, Cheese. Woo, Elijah. Let's look at what we do have for today. Of course. The car bundle sale is the announcement in that some of these other things we already had notation of, we already knew about. We knew they existed in the game already. But this is the thing we've been waiting for that we haven't had information on for a while. At everyone, again, this is the announcement here in Discord today. At everyone, the highly anticipated 2024 MV Motors Series 1s are here. Some would say finally, some would say okay, but they're here. As this is the first introduction of these stunning cars, showroom owners will get the exclusive opportunity to be the first to restock their supply with the MV Motors bundle sale. Again, this is the first to resupply. The notation there does say that Upland will be selling cars to the general public again. This is a bundle sale, so you're getting a discount on a per car basis, but by buying a number of cars at the same time. I think that's the right way to restock Meta Ventures, or at least give them the opportunity. There's other ways to have properties that, or to have assets that you purchase over time that you will turn around later and sell in your shop. That can happen, and people have done it before. They have a car for one reason or another for a period of time. They decide they no longer need that car because they got a better one, faster one, better color, whatever the case is. They go to sell that. That works. But if you're buying cars just to resell them, it makes sense for there to be a discount, which there is here. This is also a random variable sale, like we've talked about Upland running so many of, and that is you could get the best car, you could get the worst car, but the value appears to be there regardless of what you get. Registration starts Saturday, May 25th at 9 a.m. PT. The sale starts on Sunday the 26th of May, 9 a.m. PT. That means I better be there. Do have a showroom. We're on the UpX podcast today, Cheese and I, and Shaq was there, and Shaq now has a showroom, so she'll be in that list. And anybody else who has a car showroom, a Meta Venture for the MV Motors for cars, they'll have that same opportunity as well. Head on over to the link below for more information on these bundles. All right, let's get the skinny here. What's in the bundle? The MV Motors bundles includes a mix of 3 cars. Again, you're getting 3 cars for the price of 1. This is a USD price. Let's take a look at that in a minute here. But this is a USD price. Getting cars theoretically at a discount. You're getting 3 of them at once. You don't know what you're getting. This is about getting some bulk so you can put it into your showroom. Randomly chosen from the selection of top models below. We'll talk about if they're top, but top models below. Here's what you might find in your bundle. Series T 2022, Series T 2023, Series TE 2022, Series 1 2022. Ooh, that's hot. Series 1E 2022. Ooh. Series 2024 monster truck. Sunday. That's when the sale is. So that's kind of exciting. A monster truck. Only one of those available, but that is quite the sweetener. We watched these things sell for several $100. I think they were selling for $600, $700, $800 USD. The UpX value is much higher. I don't know if that market's moved down or shifted down at all yet, but I do know that they were pricey, and some people put a lot of money in to get those monster trucks. 2024 Series 1E, there will be 10 of those. That is the introduction, the start of the 2024 1Es. 10 of those available. So this is what we want to keep in mind. The 1Es are about a $280,000 UpX car, while they have been historically mint price. That monster truck is kind of, it didn't have a mint price because of the way it was distributed and how people had to earn it and all of that along the way. On the secondary value, had a very significant value. That's 11 cars of the total cars that are highly valuable. The 1Es, again, the 2022 1Es, we don't know how many that's going to be, 280,000 UpX cars. The TEs are around 140, 160. Ts are 120 was the original mint. Ones, I don't know, 880,000, something like that. So it's kind of over the board as far as different values, UPX values. That 2024 monster truck is obviously a target here, or it would be a huge get if you got it, with the 1Es not being a bad prize along the way as well. Each bundle features random colors and mint numbers. I'm going to run through this video here so we can all watch it together just for the fun of it. But let's look at the broad details here. Registration starts on Saturday, 25th of May at 9 a.m. PT. It is going to run into Sunday. I like the fact that it's a Sunday sale, 9 a.m. PT. It's early enough in the day that other parts of the world, hopefully it'll be into their evening. If you're in the wrong part of the world, unfortunately, it'll be into your Monday, morning Monday, when you're going to work, probably coming back from work, or coming back from the weekend, potentially going to work. So maybe it doesn't work out for everybody, but the weekend sales, they work for a lot of people. They work better for a lot of people. Sometimes the Saturdays are better than the Sundays, but it is nice that it's a weekend sale. $120 USD web only. This is an interesting price point because Upland has had higher price points for these three cars. They've had about the same price point for a three-car bundle as well. In that previous higher price point, or sorry, similar price point, apologize, for the similar price point in the past, there was not as much value in the cars here. We weren't talking about cars that were 180K mint or 240K mint, or if we were talking about those higher mint cars, we were also talking alongside those, there being lower mint cars that were mixed in there. I mean, lowest mint car, 120K here. I don't think that's a bad bundle to start with. You're going to at least get 320K cars for a price of $120 USD. I would say that's a significant discount. Is that a backpedaling on the pricing of cars? I don't think so. I think when we see Upland, release these cars, excuse me, and potentially sell them in UPX, if they do sell them again in UPX direct to players, we're going to see that they continue to have similar pricing in UPX. But it is a significant discount in USD. US Upland is making the USD amount. B, people are buying multiple cars at once, so that discount is applied. This is an extremely limited offer. That means there's not many of these bundles available. With travel here in Upland and the championship circuit racing coming out of beta soon, that means we are going to have travel coming out of beta, it being more mainstreamed, it becoming more robust, more features being added to it. It's a perfect time to expand your car selection. Don't miss out on this incredible chance to add some high demand vehicles to your collection. Mark your calendars and get ready for the sale. I would have loved just one sweetener of a Series 1R. That would have been fun along the way. Obviously not happening this time around, but it is fun, and it is exclusive here, or it is, I use the word exclusive, Upland uses it all the time, but it is a rare opportunity. There are 57 of these bundles available at $120. If you ask me, that is a good price point set on this, given the fact that we know $1 is not worth 100,000 UPX. I say, $1 not worth 1,000 UPX on the current market as far as the scaled economies. Look at the UPX side versus the USD side, but it is definitely something that this does seem, at least to me, at least for my valuation, the way I'm looking at it, does seem to have the value in there again. In excess of the $1 to the reality of what UPX set is, but balancing the two markets. And something I'm going to likely put my hat in the ring on. 57 of them available. There's more than 57 showrooms. Very well could sell out before I get an opportunity. I'll be registering for this and see what I can do on Saturday. Saturday registration, Sunday sale, to see what I can do Sunday to be able to maybe get one of these bundles and maybe get lucky and get that monster truck out of it. That would make my day if I pulled a monster truck out of there, because they were very limited to begin with. The hoops you had to jump through to get one was ridiculous. All right. Perfect. Let's go back and watch this video. Oh, is it too long? I'll plan. Give me the next one. There's another Series 1E. Oh my god, that color is hideous. Woo! I don't know if that's the one I'm gonna get for 2024 Series 1E, but it is a weird color. And there's another color, the Series 1E. Ooh, very red. This one obviously not that puke green, so it's nice to see. The yellow is gorgeous. That is called Goldie Gold. Looking to see that color hopefully make its way to my inbox here. And then that's it. So we had a few different colors of the E that they were showing us, so that we could see that, see what we were gutting for, what we were looking for, what we were hoping to get in and of itself in these sales. The bundle sale again, Sunday is the sale, 9 a.m. PT. good luck to those who qualify. Getting in and taking a look at Guntech, let's take a look at that announcement here from Upland. It's kind of been dropped with the Matilda thing, and we've been told a little bit here and a little bit there about Guntech coming to Upland. It's on its way. Here it is. Today, this afternoon, at everyone. Exciting news. We're thrilled to announce that Guntech 2.5 is launching in Upland's gaming ecosystem. That is fun. The Upland's calling it a gaming ecosystem because they're not talking about layer 2 dev shops. They're talking about this is the gaming sphere of the Upland metaverse. So it's nice that we have that definition that Upland's trying to build. It is going to be something that I think is a bigger part of Upland in 3 months or 6 months, and maybe Genesis Week 2024. They want to emphasize the gaming environment that is built. We do have the hackathon this year. There's a bunch of games that are built in there. Maybe they're going to kind of emphasize the idea of gaming as an important part of the Upland ecosystem. So that is nice that they are making this. They're making this focus. They're taking this focus at this time. Matilda Studios and Upland are partnering to bring the innovative shooter game to the Upland platform with over 10 locations and legit NFTs. So that's where the partnership with Upland has to be and is as of right now. You have to, as a layer 2 dev, have some type of partnership if you want to have those legit NFTs get sold through the store with Upland. Theoretically, you have to have a partnership with Upland to get a legit right now, because eventually you'll have the minting your own legits, you'll have the UGC legits, but as of right now, Upland's the only one that's making the legits status or the legit style of NFTs at this time. They're the general NFTs. You can make map assets, you can make structure ornaments, but you can't make legits right now. That is something coming down the line. So there's your partnership. There's a reason why Upland has a partnership with Matilda, or why they have to, is because Matilda is bringing assets, NFTs, legits into the game of Upland, or making them in the game of Upland, so they could have a direct tie and functionality into the game as well, which I think is something that is not quite there yet. Specific game assets that are minted in Upland and brought into a game, that's something we've been kind of waiting for. And I don't know if this is really the first iteration, because you kind of saw this with Uplandia already, where with Uplandia, there's some block explorers that were made, again, not legits, but block explorers were made that had direct utility in the game. We had the same thing with Upland Kingdoms, where we had block explorer that had utility in the game. Again, Uplandia did this again with a second set of iterations with block explorers. So we do see that this has been done a few times. As far as Uplandia is concerned, it was iterative, so they did it once and they did it again, then to use the information a little differently the second time around. So looking forward to seeing that continue to be something that grows. Is Upland is the platform where the NFT is minted. Upland is the platform and is the way that people can have their transactions trustless. You can purchase from somebody in Upland, as long as it's on the Upland platform, it's through Upland official sale, it's done through a meta venture. You know that when you transmit your UPX, you're going to get what you buy, whether that's in or even if it's USD, you spend the USD, you're going to get what you've got. It's not going to be like Craigslist, where you show up in a 1997 Toyota Corolla and you say my license plate's EN23684, and you hope the other guy actually shows up, and you hope that the guy's his vintage porcelain dolls, they're as good as he said they were. We're not going to have that situation. You don't have to be playing Craigslist in a dark alley. You have the opportunity of doing it in a light of day and knowing that it's done in a smooth, effective way. And that's a strong a motivation. That's a strong position for Upland to play, for Upland to be the place where the transaction happens, for Upland to be the place where that NFT can be minted with limited interactivity, with limited need for coding, a strong and easy and direct method for building those NFTs. And again, doing some of the blockchain stuff with transferring between parties and then having the wallet that's partially administered by Upland on the EOS wallet, so that could have value or could have use case be queried by a third-party developer, a layer 2, if you were, and have that have value in their game. So more power to Matilda. I'm glad this is coming. This is a pathway for a lot of other games to be successful with Upland. This is something I've been waiting for quite a while. And let's look at the 2 more lines here. Maybe Upland's Twitter will give me a couple more details here as well. There'll be a big reveal with them at Genesis Live that you won't want to miss. Guntech 2.5 is going to be a fantastic addition to our Layer 2 offerings, and we can't wait for you all to get your hands on it. Again, if you're going to Genesis Live this year, I can't wait to see you. Maybe I'll have a hedgehog sticker or 2. Say hi. It'll be fun. Maybe if you want to talk about your place in Upland, the things you do, your favorite project. If you got a note, we will sit down. Maybe I can do an interview if you want to do one, or just to say hi and chat about it. But you can also go and see what's going on with Matilda. Again, the first, I would say, asset integrative. Yeah, sure. Let's use it. Asset integrative direct game using legits. That's key. Uplandia, you definitely get the block explorers. That was great. I'm glad you had that. Using legits in the way legits I think are meant to be used. You get the asset, have it printed. It's like a display asset, but it has so much more value when you have it codified and you have it queried and you can see that it's in your wallet. And now in this Layer 2 game, it can do so much more with it. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this integration of the Web3 gaming space really starts to take hold here in Upland. I think it's going to be good. Fingers are crossed for a reason, but I think it's going to be good. So looking forward to that announcement at Genesis Week 2024 at the Genesis Live event in Las Vegas. With that, woo! This is fun. Can't wait to see it. I'm glad that it's actually here, because we had the hint about Matilda 2 years ago in Upland. I mean, 2 years ago they started this process, and 2 years ago we're here. At least a year and a half and change. So we are here, and I believe it was announced last Genesis Week that this game was coming, and that had already worked on it for a while. So by this Genesis Week actually being here, I think that's fulfillment of a promise, and I'm not going to cry about the delays, because I think that's part of making sure everything works the right way the first time around. All right. Potions burning, burning totems. It's scary. It's scary for me. It's so scary for me that I'm not doing it. Again, that this is something you want to do and you want to be part of a leaderboard contest. More power to you. Leaderboard contests are fun. I've participated in many. I've done well in some and poorly in others. So it is a little bit of a participate to win scenario. And the more you participate, the better your chance of winning, with the caveat that the more you participate, the costlier it likely will be for you. Worth keeping in mind. But the burning is open now. The order doesn't matter. You do have to burn an evolution. You do have to burn a totem. You do have to burn along the way to improve potentially definitely to improve your position on the leaderboard, but potentially to improve or evolve your totem to a little better version of itself. I'm going to put the appeal out there one more time. If you choose not to take part, participate in the burning, again, the sale's essentially over, so you do whatever you want with the potions. But if you want to consider the option, the option is out there. Go on the secondary market. If people are selling totems at below mint prices, it might not be a bad thing to pick up a couple extra. Ultimately, improving one of your totems is nice. It might have better stats. There's no guarantees on what those stats are going to be, just that they're better than when you started. But it is a guarantee that you're going to get what you get, or get what you think you're getting, if you go and see something at the bottom of the market, whether it's an orange toucan or it is a red panda. You're going to know what you're getting. You pay a certain amount in USD or a certain amount in UPX, and now you have an additional totem. And the great thing about the additional totem is you have a certain amount of yield you're going to get out of that. If you upgrade your totem, your yield might get a little bit better, but you're only improving what's there by a percent, 20, 30%, if that's what it is, versus adding 100% by bringing a new totem into the mix. So it's a decision to make. It's a way to support layer 2, or not layer 2, sorry, on the secondary market and other uplanders with their map asset shops. So definitely worth noting. Good luck to those who are participating in the burn. I'm not. A SLOUGH hit the ground running today. We did have the properties added. The send properties were added yesterday so that we could start traveling to the city, and I took that as a hint that it's probably a good idea to travel into the city. Then the SLOUGH last night or this morning, however you're keeping track, and I sat there and stayed there and floated around in the city and kept checking, and then poof, I could actually go and mint if I wanted to. And I wanted to. So I did mint 3. I did not mint in the high speculation, high value collection areas. They did mint out a little early for me. I was checking every so often, but I was working today, so I had limited access to get in and check. So I was happy. I was happy that I got a couple. Today wasn't the day for me to get in there and mint a bunch of exclusives. Woo! Lots of fun. But it was a day I got an opportunity. I got at least the 3 to get the SLOUGH collection, so I'm glad I got that collection. And it was okay. It was okay. The price of the UPX per UP2 was set relatively low. Again, as a tier 5 city, I'm not surprised by that. It was a lot of properties of some different and varying sizes. I minted one property at 6,000 UPX, which to me is a cheap property comparing to a lot of other properties in the game, especially in the newer cities. So I'm not too hurt by that. I minted a very large property that wasn't that expensive. That was not a bad thing for me either. And I got one more property, so we're a total of 3. So I wasn't too hurt by any of it today. And keep in mind that there is 40% of SLOUGH that's still available, so that could be added at any point in the future. Could be added tomorrow for all I know, but most likely won't be. But keep your eyes out for SLOUGH. Prime bundles. Oh yes, I held on to my favorite piece of news for the day, which was my Prime bundle. Whoop whoop. So I'm not going to jump into my email right now, but I can tell you that I did get a couple properties. I got a property that was in Beverly Hills. I got a second property that was in Beverly Hills, and my third property I didn't get. So the way these work generally, the current way these work is if you got a regular property, you get it within 24 hours. You get it within 24 hours of the sale. It was a number of hours after I purchased mine, about 6 hours, 7 hours after I purchased mine. And poof, in my inbox, lo and behold, it says, you've got a property. You get a second email. It says, you've got a property. And it specifically references that sale. And it was only 2, not 3. We were told that it is going to take at least a few days or a couple to a few days to get our terminals if we get our terminals. So I think I got a terminal. That's a pretty easy deduction as my part, but I could be confused. It's possible. There's an error in the email system, and there was supposed to be a third email that came to me, and it just didn't come for one reason or another. So I can't get too excited just yet, but I am excited. I am looking forward to this. Would be the first terminal because again these airline terminals aren't the same as a commercial terminal, but I'm still calling it a terminal. So if I do get one, and I get to build the hangar, and I get to have people fly private travel out of my airport with whatever the fee is, whether it's just a set fee or there is a small fee to use the airport. I am going to be excited for it. I've been waiting literally 3 years to natively get a terminal. Again, I'm going to consider this a terminal. And it looks like I may finally have gotten one. So all of those things I participated over the years, all of the getting up on a weird time to be part of the sale, or trying to go on a bathroom break to double check my phone and see if I've got a good position in this terminal sale, they all paid off, it looks like. So I'll be looking for the official email, official address, being very excited to see getting dropped those terminals, or the terminal, I should say. I don't think I've got multiple. And I'll let you know when I know on this, but it does look very promising for me this time around. These sales are still available. There's 281 of 500 total. Oh, I'm not sharing. Oh, Goldie. Get sharing. You're talking about it, but nobody can see. $299.99. There's 281 of these available and left right now. There was originally 500, so just over half of them are available. Keeping in mind, $300 is not a small amount of money, because that is US dollars we're talking about. $300 US dollars. You get a total of 3 properties, and mixed in those properties were some pretty great deals. There was 50 total of these new style recreational airports. That's kind of fun. There was 9999 terminals that, other parts of Upland. Let's go look at the details here. Let's get back to it. We had our international terminals that were mixed in there. We had some landmarks mixed in there. What a deal. Let's look at the actual prizes along the way. This was part of our aviation update yesterday. The bundles happened today, the Prime bundles. Sales that open, and they're continuing to go on. But let's look at what the overall was, right? It was a total of 10 private airport terminals, 10 in Cleveland, 10 in Fresno, 10 in Brooklyn, 10 in Bakersfield, 10 in Birmingham. I don't know. I don't know which city I want to have one in, but it looks like I may have one in one. Or maybe I have one of the 4 Heathrow international terminals. Maybe I have one of the 5 Dallas international terminals. Maybe I have Victoria Law Courts in Birmingham or Old Red Museum in Dallas. I don't know. But here is the note. If you secure an airport property, you will be notified, and the airport parcel will be delivered within a few days. All other properties will be delivered within 24 hours of purchase. Again, I got 2 properties delivered. The third is not yet delivered. It hasn't quite been 24 hours, but usually all of your properties in these bundles get sent over at once. So that's the language I'm using to say, hey, I didn't get my third property. I'm assuming that is an airport property. So I'm excited that this is likely the case. And if it's not, I'll cry about it forever. But if it is, I'm very excited that this is the case. I've literally been waiting for this moment for 3 years, and it might seem like a small thing, and it may seem like I'm a little falsely excited about it, but it is something I have literally put a lot of effort into. Every single terminal sale, you tell myself, and I honestly so, it is a random giveaway, or purchase opportunity, I should say. It's not a giveaway, you're purchasing, but it is randomized. So, it's not me. It hasn't been me. It's somebody else, whether they're as long playing the game as I am, or they're brand new. Everyone has the same opportunity in each of these sales. So it's not always going to be one person, but it felt like it was never going to be a Goldie. And I think we're finally there. So I am very excited about it. I'm reserving just a little bit of my excitement so I can actually see that I've got that terminal with the address, with the mint price, with the city specified in my asset wallet. And once I have that, then I'll have the party. I'll break out the little noisemaker, and I'll put on the little hat, and I'll drop the confetti from the ceiling, because That is something that I've been waiting for a very long time, and indications are good, but the final payoff of having that property in my wallet hasn't happened yet. I'm excited to see it happen. We are going to take a little bit of housekeeping and look at a couple things here as well. All of our Genesis stuff, it has, kind of come to a close as far as your direct activities to get ready for Genesis week. We do know the design of the year will be announced, or design of the year, apologize. Yes, the design of the year will be announced at Genesis week 2024, as will the broadcaster of the year that'll be announced at Genesis week 2024, as will the Uplander of the year. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to one more interview with Elijah Judah tomorrow. Looking forward to an interview on this coming Tuesday. That is, date please, Tuesday the 28th. I'm going to have an interview with fellow nominees for Broadcaster of the Year, Too Stupid to Win, and Thank Me Later. Incredible broadcasters, great history in the game. Had the opportunity to talk with them today on their show, so they're returning the favor. We'll be able to talk to them on our show this coming Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. PT. So looking forward to that. But also alongside that, we have the contest. We've already had these designs, this Genesis design contest. We've already had the designs submitted for the structures. There's already a closed entry system with the winner announced at Genesis week. We had the hackathon entries submitted. We had 5 finalists. There's going to be presentations live in Las Vegas for the opportunity to win some prize money, and a position of honor in the upland community, so people get exposure and people get to build their projects out. And then, of course, they are going to have the winner after those projects are announced or projects are presented, and we'll have a winner, and the winner will get some prizes, first and second place. And finally, if you have a booth, if you had a booth you're trying to get, you've already been notified now. Upland hasn't publicly said, hey, here's all the booth operators yet. Maybe they will give more information. Good morning, Picasso. The Upland will give us more information, possibly between now and Genesis week, which is very close. Less than 2 weeks, or 2 weeks from less than 2 weeks at this point. Less than 2 weeks from our meet and greet, or our drinky poos, or our happy hour, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting nervous and I'm getting excited, but it is coming shortly. But less than 2 weeks away. So we may get that information soon for who's going to have booths at the event. We're looking forward to seeing that information coming out. That those submissions are closed as well. We're just in the wait to get there mode. And we still are having things going on here. Keep in mind, we've got a car sale on Sunday. I'm waiting to see and get my airport. There's more of those bundles available. Those Prime bundles. There's more of those Prime bundles available, which is exciting. What else is going on? Oh, I don't know. There's a pile. Where we are getting ready for Genesis week, knowing that with our potions here and our potions burn this week, there's that hint that totems are coming. Sparklet's going to be a big theme. Sparkling gives you wings is the theme of Genesis week this year, which means I expect Sparklet to have something, at least a Sparklet announcement or an opportunity to win Sparklet. There's an opportunity in Vegas. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, $100 USD would get you in the door, and it would get you out 1 spark, aka 1,000 Sparklet, or even more, all the way up to 5 spark or 5,000 Sparklet, as being an opportunity of reward just for going to Vegas live in person event, buying a ticket, and participate in the way that you need to participate, which hasn't been specified, but there's some activities you have to do, and you get at least a spark for participating in all the activities you're told to participate in. You could get more. I don't know if it's who does it fastest gets more. I don't know if it's a who does it best gets more, or I don't know if there's some other way it's modified for who gets the 5 and who gets the 1. But it is exciting, and I'll take 1 spark. I'll take 5 spark. I'd be very excited about 5 Spark, but I'll definitely take the 1 Spark if that's what's coming my way. So very excited to see this. I'm glad this is going down. This is being done in this way to kind of bring Sparklet to focus at Genesis Week this year. And I think we're going to get some type of announcement on Sparklet. We know that the idea of the Sparklet token being exchangeable outside of Upland, theoretically being able to be bridged from Upland over into an Ethereum wallet outside the game. We are looking to that as being a opportunity to bring in new players. That's why we have the airdrop that's ongoing, or I should say airdrop campaigns that are ongoing. There's not one going right now, but we will have future campaigns. Very much looking forward to those. But the giveaway of Spark in Genesis Week is called Airdrop G, Airdrop Chapter G, as in Genesis. So that was something that was intentional. We know another online version of the airdrop is going to be going on not too long thereafter as well. There's a lot going on with Genesis Week and how things are organized. We know that there's a big prize of an Albatross 300. That is the first plane in Upland that's going to be compatible or capable of private flight and commercial private flight. So looking forward to that as being a giveaway. We had an announcement today, or yesterday, I should say. As of yesterday, we learned more about aviation, which included the fact that everyone executive level and above is going to have the opportunity to get a plane. It's a little bit randomized of who gets one when, but there is going to be a fee, and that fee is not going to be so high that it represents a big obstacle. It's going to be more about paying a portion of the value for a pilot, to say a pilot's fee. So if you're executive, you're going to be getting a 100. If you're a chief executive, you're going to be getting a 300. And if you are one of 5 other players, you could be thinking about getting a better quality plane. Keep in mind, there's only 5 players who are higher than chief executive. So we'll leave that right there for now. But it is exciting that we have those expanded categories of player types or of player account statuses to reward those who continue to put effort and money into the game. With that, there's a lot to come for Genesis Week. We will get some more announcements, fingers crossed. We will get some more announcements about potentially these panels and when the panels are happening. Potentially, we'll get an announcement in advance telling people what booths are going to be at Genesis Week so they can start planning. I know we got that. I know we got that treatment last year, and hopefully it happens this year. I like the idea of planning. I'd love to be able to put together my little micro itinerary that says I want to go to this booth and that booth. I want to go to all the booths, but that I want to go to this booth and that booth and see this person or that person. I want that opportunity. I really hope I get it. And finally, in order to look forward to Genesis Week, I'll have to look 2 weeks in the future. But I am looking forward to seeing all of you. If you're going to be at Genesis Week, come see me. I want to see you. If you are not going to be at Genesis Week, then hit me up. Let me know what you're trying to get information on. If you're trying to hear more, see more, do more without being there live in person, let me know. I'd love to see if I could be your bridge to getting you to what you want to do and where you want to be. With that, we will be doing some interviews down there at Genesis Week in Las Vegas. I'll keep you apprised as we get closer. And I just want to drop my schedule for the next week here. Why not? Tomorrow, Eliza Judah, 7:30 p.m. PT tomorrow night. Tuesday, Too Stupid to Win and Thank Me Later. Same thing, 7:30 p.m. PT. Again, that's Tuesday. That's going to be live in the Upland Upland Plaza. That's going to be live on Twitter. That's going to be live on YouTube. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for being here for tonight. If you are in the Upland Cafe, please feel free to unmute your mics. The floor is yours.